First time.
Welcome to the LEGO Graveyard. Yes, today I will be talking about how original LEGO themes are vanishing right before our eyes and discussing why exactly this is the case. So what's up LEGO fans, it's LEGO Man Cam, and first let's discuss what exactly is an original LEGO theme. For those who are unaware, an original LEGO theme is an IP or franchise that LEGO creates themselves. The most notable would be either Ninjago or Bionicle, but there have been many others throughout the years, like Chima or Power Miners. These themes don't have the brand power of what we would call a licensed LEGO theme, which is something like Star Wars or Marvel. But these themes have to create their own legacy, often being tied to a specific genre, such as Alien Conquest being like an alien invasion theme, or Agents being based on spy movies. These LEGO themes are often designed to have a short lifespan, with most lasting just a couple of years, with some only lasting one singular wave. However, there are of course outliers, when themes are deemed irreplaceable, just like Ninjago, which is still going 15 years after its initial launch, with only one minor hiccup. This discussion around the death of these themes only came to fruition a few years ago, with it seeming like we only had a few left. But with some recent developments, particularly this year, original LEGO themes seem to be heading on a downward spiral into non-existence. This first comes with the slow death of LEGO Monkie Kid. This theme, primarily designed for a Chinese audience, debuted in 2020 and was inspired by Monkey King and Journey to the West, both classic Chinese stories, furthermore supporting how most original LEGO themes do have strong ties to pre-existing media. Anyway, LEGO Monkie Kid was originally available in most stores, however this quickly changed after 1 year to being an online LEGO store exclusive and available in China as well, which I'm assuming was done due to poor sales. However, Monkie Kid has continued through the past few years, but in 2025 we now have near indisputable evidence that this theme is dead. This is due to the fact that only 2 sets released this year, Erlang's Celestial Mech and the mythical creature Quillen. Both these sets look really nice, but are supposedly the only 2 sets releasing this year, and leakers are confidently saying there will be no more sets for the rest of 2025, and none in 2026 either. Could this be a year layoff? Maybe, but this is incredibly rare for LEGO themes to do, and most fans are considering this theme to be gone. Other than maybe Daniel Awa from Sakuga Builds, I honestly just don't see too many people talking about this theme, which is a shame as some of the sets are incredible. But personally, I just think Ninjago is superior. Again, sorry Daniel Awa. The other theme that seems to be on the edge of extinction is of course LEGO Dreamzzz, a theme that people doubted before it even launched. This theme has been sort of winding down lately with smaller wave releases compared to the larger initial waves. Pair that with sets being on deep discounts all the time as well. For example, I got this Z-Blob Night Mech set for 60% off a little while ago. And also pair this with the fact that they've cancelled sets before they've been released. Most notably the Game Island Tower, which there totally isn't a leaked image of on a website that rhymes with Tenet or anything. This theme is supposedly returning next year, which is cool since I love to see Tommy Andreasen still in a job. However, most of us in the LEGO community think it's probably on the way out. So with these 2 themes seemingly heading towards extinction, this now leaves us with Ninjago as our only original LEGO action theme left. Of course, there are other original LEGO themes like City and Creator, but these are nothing like the other themes I mentioned earlier, and are more of what I would call evergreen themes. This means that they fill a hole in LEGO's portfolio that can only really be filled by them. And they've all existed for much longer than any of these other themes that I've discussed so far. So this raises the question of why are these original LEGO themes being phased out? Well, I believe this comes down to 2 main reasons, with the first being just how many licensed themes LEGO has partnered with over the past few years. If we take a look at the current LEGO website where they outline all of their themes, I'll go through it and show which ones are pretty recent acquisitions. There's Animal Crossing, we then have Bluey, Fortnite, Sonic, One Piece, and don't forget LEGO Pokemon is coming next year, which I recently made a full video on, which is linked in the description. Anyway, what do these licensed themes have to do with the death of original LEGO themes? Well, there's actually a few connections here. First is that LEGO themes usually took the place of a genre that LEGO didn't own the license to. Just quickly, if you have seen a few of my videos and enjoy them, please consider subscribing to help us reach our goal of 30,000. For example, before LEGO Star Wars, we had a consistent line of LEGO space sets. Or we had Pirates of the Caribbean, which wiped out the need for a LEGO Pirates sub-theme. With LEGO now owning the rights to making these sets, why would they not tap in to pre-existing IP and make sets based on these franchises, rather than having to build a fan base themselves? Kids are going to see a toy regardless of whether they've seen a movie or TV show before, but if I'm solely a fan of Star Wars and I see a random LEGO spaceship set, I doubt I would buy it. But then if I recognize that it was an officially branded Star Wars LEGO X-Wing, then I would be totally sold. This is widening LEGO's consumer base, which is what a profitable company is all about. So with all these new themes, and especially ones like Mario or Animal Crossing, which really create their own niches, how does LEGO have the resources to continue production on more original themes, let alone the physical shelf space in their stores and partnered retailers to include yet another new theme? As I said earlier though, there are two key reasons I think these themes are dying. So the first was the accumulation of licensed themes, so what about the second? Well, for me, it has to be Ninjago, a theme that has become so big that it nearly engulfs every new attempt LEGO makes. Do you want to make LEGO Hidden Side a theme about ghosts and the undead? That's okay, we can just dedicate a Ninjago season to it. Or what about some castle sets, maybe in a dungeon or underground? Nope, we can get Ninjago to do that too. Or how about a futuristic video game theme? How about instead we just throw the ninja into an arcade game? Ninjago has genuinely become LEGO's core IP, and I'm certainly not complaining about it. I love Ninjago, but it seems like Ninjago has become sort of this master key that LEGO can use to open every door or every new avenue that they want to explore. And if it's successful, maybe they dedicate an entire theme to it, or if it's not, it just becomes a single Ninjago season for about half a year. This becomes more evident with just how many resources LEGO is pouring into Ninjago. Think about all of this new Legends sub-theme, or the new summer wave of sets being one of the biggest waves of all time. And we still have a live action movie coming soon. With all of this Ninjago focus, does LEGO truly have any time to make more themes? So both of these reasons have led to the steady decline of original LEGO themes. But the question needs to be asked, is there even a need for these types of themes anymore? We can look back on them nostalgically at themes like Monster Hunters, Pharaoh's Quest, or Galaxy Squad, but if they were released today, would people actually show up and buy them? It's almost like a snowball effect. The less original themes adults buy, the more licensed ones we get, causing there to be too many licensed themes to buy, resulting in adults having no money or room left for these original theme sets. So what does this mean for original LEGO themes in the future? We currently do not have any official confirmation that LEGO Dreamzzz is dead, but I don't see it lasting too much longer, and I haven't seen any discussion going around new themes on their way either. Personally, it is a shame that kids of today aren't going to have the plethora of possibilities in front of them like we did, but maybe these existing IPs can still provide the same experiences for kids. Anyway, I would love to know your thoughts on this issue down in the comments below, and please subscribe to help us reach our goal of 30,000.